Good morning, all my fellow safety-minded, guarded, preservation-minded enthusiasts. Now, this story from KMTV.com would have you believe that all these people are just victims. Unfortunately, the story leads with a hero. Take a look at the headline. At least 6 stabbed in New York subway since Friday. That's right, there have been 6 assaults on the New York subway system over the weekend. 6 reported assaults anyway. We know there was probably more because you see that picture of that man right there? He acted like a hero on that day. But it wasn't the first time he was attacked, and the first time he was attacked, it didn't even get reported. He didn't report it, although he was stabbed the first time, too. Take a look at this story now from the beginning. We're going to tell this Victor Mendoza's story. New York. There have been at least a half a dozen stabbings in the New York City subway system since the beginning of the weekend. They say yes, at least 6, because they know that all assaults are not going reported. One of the victims who was attacked said this isn't the first time this has happened to him. Victor Mendoza showed where he was attacked and also showed pictures he took while in the hospital after getting stabbed in the leg at the 168th Street subway station in Washington Heights. The attack took place Saturday night when the 24-year-old construction worker was heading home from work around 8:30. He said, "They wanted to rob my wallet, but I defended myself. First, I grabbed him from here by the door of the entrance of the train. I pushed, and that's when the other person came with a knife and hit me here. So I had to let him go so they wouldn't hurt me more." He tried to defend himself against superior numbers, and maybe if the thug wasn't holding a box cutter, he would have won. According to police, the suspects are 2 teens, and one of them stabbed Mendoza with a box cutter. Now, Mr. Mendoza is a construction worker. Would it be so unusual for a construction worker to walk to and from work with some large, heavy tools? Now, if you're not a construction worker, say you're just your average Joe. Well, how unusual would it be for you to walk around with say, well, and I know this is New York City. The chances of being able to have a permit to defend yourself with a gun are just about 0. And also, I think New York City is one of those cities where you're not even allowed to have pepper spray and stuff. So what about if you just happen to have a can of Lysol or bug spray on you and you sprayed it into the face of the attacker? Just saying, these things could happen. Now, I'm not going to talk about the other 5 people. They were just victims. This man stood up for himself. He was defending himself and his wallet. He did not want to be a victim. He was going to fight back. But it's not what the governor or the mayor would have you do. In order to defend the system, let's see what they would want you to do. Let's scroll down. "The assaults in the subway are absolutely terrible," said Danny Perlstein of Riders Alliance, an organization working to improve the subway. He said while the mayor and governor are taking measures to combat the ongoing violence, New Yorkers should still do their part to help by taking public transit. What? You already got mugged once, and they want you to just keep on taking public transit and keep on getting mugged again and again and again. They don't want you to defend yourself. Heavens, no. They don't want you to be a hero like Mr. Mendoza. If more people defended themselves, there'd be less muggings. If more people stood up and said, hell no, this isn't gonna stand, you wouldn't see the violence. Well, the problem is, this is New York City. There are people that will defend themselves, and a lot of people that won't. And now, you can call people that won't defend themselves as victims, or you can just call them Democrats. It's the same thing, really.